For 2,000 years, we've been told the wrong story about Genesis 6. What if I told you that the sons of God weren't fallen angels, but something far more disturbing? What if the Nephilim weren't supernatural demons, but the result of humanity's darkest choice? Before the Great Flood, something went terribly wrong. Genesis 6 opens with a mysterious verse. The sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful. For generations, preachers taught us these were fallen angels, demons who abandoned heaven to corrupt humanity. But what if we've been reading this wrong the entire time? To understand the truth, we go back to two brothers, Cain and Abel. Cain murdered his brother and was banished by God, founding a lineage known for violence, pride, and wickedness. Adam and Eve had another son, Seth. Genesis 4:26 says, "At that time, people began to call on the name of the Lord." The sons of God were the godly descendants of Seth, men who walked with God, the last hope for humanity. But they made a fatal mistake. The daughters of men were beautiful, seductive, and worldly. Slowly, one by one, the sons of God abandoned their calling. They married the daughters of Cain. This wasn't fallen angels breeding with humans. This was God's people compromising with evil. The Nephilim were born, mighty warriors, inheriting strength from Cain's line and knowledge from Seth's line. They used this power for violence, oppression, and wickedness. And God looked at humanity and said, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years. 120 years of warning. 120 years for a man named Noah to build a massive ark and call people back to God. But no one listened. Because when God's people abandon Him for the world, judgment is inevitable. Now, here's why this matters for you today. The Bible warns, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. We think this is about marriage, but it's much deeper. It's about who influences your decisions, who shapes your values, and whether you live for God's kingdom or the world. The sons of God didn't wake up one day and reject God. They compromised, slowly, rationalizing temptation. Just this once. It's not that serious. God will understand. Until they were no longer recognizable as God's people. The same thing is happening today. Believers dating non-believers, churches adopting worldly values, and compromises disguised as harmless choices. Genesis 6 doesn't begin with rebellion. It begins with attraction. And that should terrify us, because that's how compromise always starts. We have something the sons of God didn't have: Jesus. Where humanity failed, He succeeded. Where Adam fell, Jesus stood firm. Where the sons of God compromised, Jesus remained holy. Through His death and resurrection, He offers the power to resist temptation, to stand firm, and to remain faithful. So I ask you today, are you a son or daughter of God? Or are you being seduced by the world? Who influences your life? Are you walking with God or walking away? The flood came. Judgment arrived. But Noah and his family were saved, not because they were perfect, but because they remained faithful. God is still calling His people are to be holy, to stand out in a corrupt generation. Will you answer that call? If this opened your eyes, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We uncover hidden truths in Scripture that transform how you read the Bible. Drop a comment below. What Bible story do you want us to uncover next? God bless you, and remember, in a world of compromise, be the one who stands firm.